Well, hello there, generals. Welcome back to another weekend update. I know it's been a while. Conflict of Nations style. I'm going to go through. I have 4 active games, so stay tuned. So things at work have been insane. I've started 3 new businesses, 2 going live October 1st in real estate. So I've just not had a lot of time to game. I've had to scale back to 4 games of Conflict of Nations. It's 2 of them 1x and these normal games, and then 2 4x. So let's start with the old ones because there's a lot of progress. We need about 1,400 our VPs. This Europe has been contested. Colombia is over here tearing it. That's my boy. Army Man 064 doing a great job of keeping his own. We were in the same alliance. I had to change. He's taken a lot of this area over here and some of the map up top. So Chad and he are going at it. It's been crazy down here. But you can see some of the radars and some of the pings and areas that troops are in. So kind of a crazy mess. Now, I was in an alliance with Thailand and Vietnam. They were just very non-active, very non-participatory. The African nation was taken over, so I did what I thought was best, which is leave the very non-active alliance or coalition and join up with them. So if you look at the top of the leaderboards now, we are in 5 of the top with 7 spots there with Army Man out on his own. He is trying to do the impossible, which is get to 1,800 VPs and take off. So good luck. What's going to happen is the map is shrinking on him, so he's going to have to take that 800 or 700 VPs before these little pockets are gone. Because once Japan and China area here and this Australia is done and covered up, the only area for us to expand is going to be out into some of these Americas territories where they're just kind of sparring and fighting. So this is going to be definitely a dogfight in here. I'm going to toggle units on for this part because I do want to make a couple of moves here, and I wanted to see where my guys is, right? So I've got a couple of guys down here making a run. Let's take 3 guys. Oh, they're not hurt. So these 3 guys will wreck that town. Let's take this town. Oh, nope, I don't want to go in the water. Please, sir, not the water. And then, yeah, that'll be... I want to click on them and bring them into that city, too, to grab those 7 VPs, which will probably be more like 5 by the time I beat it up. Beat it up. Let's bring this guy down. Let's go here to match him, and maybe those 2 guys can take that city. Now, this is going to be a risky maneuver here, but I'm going to try and jump out and grab a few more VPs this way. 2 hours. See, it's 2.5 hours, so that's before the 24-hour mark there. And then 3 hours 15. Let's say back into the town. It's 5:24, so I'll be back at 22:30, somewhere in that range. So a good hour and a half before the time goes over, and I'll have picked up another 3 VPs. That's for free. That little tidbit's for free right there. I've got to get this city of St. Pete, though. It's Vietnam. It's not annexed. It's occupied, so I don't have a fear of units coming in there. It doesn't have an airport, so the only way units can get into this town is if he annexes or brings them through, so I'm in no rush to take that. What I'm going to do is knock out this whole section of Vietnam up here, and then probably start going down this way. It looks like he's advancing in here, though. These towns that are smoking, he probably has some units heading that way, but oops, I don't want to go too far and give away the board. So anyway, that's game 1. And the scoreboard is looking pretty precise. So I think we got this game 1, but you never know. So game 2, another 1x, and I'm playing as the U.S. This game is about 800 VPs from ending. So you're gonna attack me now. I got to, buddy. We're getting ready to end the game, and you have the only stuff that's left there, man. So I need to go out and attack this, right? So let's go here, and then I don't have a choice, man. I don't have a choice. I've got to go all in on you and take these towns. So there's a unit there. I can see it pinging. So what I'm going to do is leave 2 units in, and I'm going to go over here to this town and take that out. And then go down into here and grab that guy right there. Now, there's an airport and a little local industry there, so I'll probably have to come into there. But we can take this home slice right here. We're going to leave a couple units in that one, too. And then we're going to go ahead and make a move on this town, man. So let's go there, and then knock out his capital. Knocking out the capital is going to put him in disarray as far as morale. Like when you don't have a capital, it just really affects. So all these other cities will start smoking that are far away, and it's just not going to be good for them. So, but I bombed the units there, and it looks like if I come in here, Peru, yeah, see, eliminated the first infantry. So Espinar, Cusco. So we're hitting Lima, but there's not been anything hitting Lima. So what I would imagine is one of these green ones down here is going to say that it's been eliminated. Yeah, see in Lima here. So the green one eliminated the units that were in there. So he's got no units in the city, and he's got no buildings to build, right? So I don't have a fear of something coming in that way. Now I did lose a couple of ships though. That was a 5 stack. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna actually send these guys up there too, right? So we're gonna take out these Peru destroyers that are attacking on the border. Now I could probably slide homeboy up there. That's 3 hours there and 3 hours back, so it's 6 hours total. Ooh, that's gonna be tight. So let me see. Yeah, they'll be back by 2307. So I can go out, snag that VP, and then come back in and keep that, because at 25%, it's a high likelihood that it's gonna go. See how the morale is there? It's a 50% chance of insurgency even with somebody in there. So very good chance that'll turn to a rogue, and one unit of that's full. This one full unit here can handle 2 rogues because the defense is a 10, and rogues are going to attack in a 2-stack, but that'll be fine. And my ships will pop them if I need to. So, all right, so I'm there. I've also got some troops moving up on this side. Again, we're shrinking the map here too, so I want to make sure, yeah, we got these guys moving and those guys moving. I took that one, so let's go ahead and move these guys also into this town over here. So the goal now is when you're in conquest mode with a bunch of troops moving on the map, you just are trying not to be slow, basically. So, and you want to take out as much red as possible before you open up new red, right? So these guys will be taking this red up here and into there, and we'll be taking probably Russia after that. I think I have some troops even further back here that we're fighting. They were. So let's get these guys out here. Oh, and there's something there to fight. So let's do this. Let's cancel it. We are going to split 2 off, and then we're going to move those guys up to fight 2-on-1 up there, it looks like. So, but I could probably, can I hit attack on, what units are these? Yeah. So if I hit attack, there we go. That way I don't take any damage, don't lose any units there. But we're good. They're taking Australia, good. And we'll have all these red out here soon. So that game's pretty much on lockdown. I've really got everything that I wanted to research. Naval is out. I used armored fighting vehicles. Really kind of dug them. The reason why is they do fight back against. They have a defense rating on air and choppers. So if a stack of choppers comes in and you're firing back like 4 AFVs, you're going to be taking out basically almost a chopper every run unless they've got them souped up, which is it's just a little bit of extra air defense. I've also got maxed MRLS. I've got maxed, let's go ahead and max THAAD just for the sake of saying we did it. And then we can move on. So, all right, that game's pretty much under control. First 4X game. We're doing well here. It's a really weird match, though. A lot of the stuff just ended up staying AI. And then a lot of the guys went inactive on the top, right? So you can see some of the names are still, they're still computer players all the way down, and a couple of guys here and there. But look, all the computer players in this game. I don't know how this happened. It's just weird. But so we're making a run on the AI. I don't mind turning back all my troops in this game either to get a view on them. Come on. Let's go ahead and do a refresh on this one. So I'm doing pretty good. I've got some rail guns that's doing a lot of work for me. What I do is I usually will keep a couple units on defense here, and then I'll build units that support. So I got some land units there, but those subs, they'll look like nobody's there until they come, and then boom, the subs will grab them. So I'm going to run through Mali, but we're looking to go ahead and take this town, and then with this dude, I'm going to take this guy right to that town. Oh, there's units in there. Not for long. And then I'll take that land right there on the way by. And then can I attack? I can't. Let's waypoint him. And then we'll paint. Oh, look, there's a unit there to attack too. Let's go ahead and attack that. And can I? I don't really want to attack that town. I just think that there's only going to be a couple units in there because it's AI. I'm just going to go ahead and roll them in. I've got some research to do. Troops are maxed out. Again, I use AFVs through the desert there. Maxing out my radars. I really like to have eyes on everything. Because we're primarily fighting AI, I'm going to go with no anti-air and no SAM. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit on here. If I find later on that something is competing, then we're going to go take it on there. So I've raised choppers up. I'm going to keep going to max on them. They just get so powerful. At the end, they hit 12s. If you stack a 5, that's a 60. That takes out 3 infantry almost every time you hit them. So, or 3 plus. So if you get a big stack, you can actually take your choppers in, mow them down. Which is handy. And then a lot of people go SAMs. So if they have SAMs for their anti-air, they're not going to hit your choppers. So if you look back on there and I pull into SAMs here, even at the highest level of SAM, they're not going to see choppers, right? So it says attack range, but there's no, like, they don't defend, they don't attack. I don't even know why this is in there, but you get it, right? It's gonna, I think the attack range really is misplaced for radar range, but then again, they can't even see the chopper. They can air assault. That what this means. You can move these around the board very quickly, which is nice. You just don't want to have them in the air when there's other air units in, because one stack can take them out pretty easily. So the goal is to finish Mali and then move into Mauritania. It's a rogue state here, so they're not producing any more units, and then come up the backside of Algeria, which is a computer player also. You can tell whenever they're attacked, they're going to start moving units this way. So the back door is opened to come on in. So let's see what we got here. Over on this side, I've made some aggressive moves over here. I'm going to attack this guy here, and then I'm going to bring these guys in. I want to bring them around and, well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go here. I want to take all these. I don't want to give any room for them to move around and to make any progress there, right? So then I need to group these guys together. Let's do that over here. And then to there. Oh, so this doesn't need to actually go there. Let's go there, and then right to the city, because these troops will green that in, and we'll just go right for the city. Then I've got over here a radar unit. Let's move him also to here. So I want to get the radar all the way out into this area to see, just to make sure these guys can take this area. Ships. Is there no ground units, man? Libya, come on, brah. Get some ground units in there and start taking some land, and beating it up with your... Can I get this? So, oh, yeah, there we go. See, my choppers are pretty much healed. There's a ground unit here, so I'm going to go ahead for it. See if I can get an extra kill. I'm going to raise my military score. And then what I'll end up doing is I can build a chopper base up here. Another airfield. Nope, I need fuel. So I've been low on fuel, and what I've been doing is taking fuel cities to kind of boost it, as well as going through and taking these little territories. So on here, going through and building local industries on them to raise my, let's get rid of that guy, to raise my fuel, right? Because I keep running low. I've got 345, 277. That's not bad. Can be better, but I'm going to go back through, like, this one's not mine. That's Egypt. But if I look through here, I can go to Riyadh. I can build a like an arms industry here. But what I'd really want to do is annex the city and then boost fuel production. The other thing you can do is go to the market and see if there's anything for sale. There is. I've got a little bit of cashish. So I'm going to buy that out. And then what I'll do is I've got 58K here. I'm not low now on here. I'm going to hold. I'm not going to buy any more or put a buy order in. But what I am going to do is now buy out the market. I do this all the time. I want to control the resources on here. So I'm going to go through here and buy the electronics out. So that now if anybody else wants to buy, they're going to have to buy super high on here at 11.9. So I want a cash shortage. The reason why I do that is because I don't want people putting spies in my cities, and I don't want to have to buy spies until late game. So if you control the market and you make things like super jacked up expensive, then you don't have to worry less. But these are pretty cheap to get these resources in. So I'm going to buy this cheap stuff here, 9.3, okay. But I do want to buy that. 47. I might actually just buy these out. I might have enough. Let me buy these 7. Yeah. So now what I did was I basically just gave myself like a ton of supplies, and I made the market expensive for everybody. So if I wanted to go in now and look, I'd only need 2,500 and a few more of these to annex. But we're going to hold tight on that. I want to keep these units down here healing. because I have a feeling that the AI from Iraq is going to kind of come after me soon. So I don't want to get into a mess. But other than that, man, my cities are really built up. I've got level 5 hospitals. The reason I also do that is to boost this number up here, the supplies number, and to be able to heal anything in any city, right? Then what I do is I move these guys to the outsides here, so that the only people that I would be vulnerable to is like a naval attack. But I'm always constantly building units. So even if somebody landed, I'd have units built in some of these towns that are down here. And because this one's a 4X, it's a little riskier because I can go to bed and a whole day can transpire while I'm asleep, right? If you're going to play a 4X game, you really have to play it 4 to 6 times a day to stay competitive and to move troops and to adjust on the board. Chad is landlocked. This is perfect for them. They need to build troops and then push these troops into these territories that are red. They're focused down here also on Mali and this Mauritania area, which is fine. And then they're kind of bringing troops up to help out in the Algeria front, which they're kind of stagnant. Come on, who is this, HJ? General Henster, Burrow, you need to get those things moving, man. Get them units moving and take some land. What happens if you're not? You're going to fall behind. Look, 40 cities to 24, 549 to 329. The problem is we're going to hit Norway and France here soon. We're going to butt up against them. They're going to be active players, and then we're going to have to go and clean all this crap up, right? So Spain right there is France. Like, how much longer do you think until we fight over some land with them? So get those units moving, get them into place, take these territories. Every single VP counts, make it happen. Last game. This game has been unique. So I came into this game and I asked Kenya for a peace treaty. He didn't answer. So then he started taking my land and we were fighting over here. So he's still the rogue state in Juba. He's got no capital here because I smashed his capital. But now we're on a peace thing so I can apply in with these guys. Where are they at? There we go. So I'm actually going to make peace with them and join their coalition because all we did was smash each other's lands, and now it's day 13, and I'm like really super far behind on everything, right? So if you look at the leaderboard, like I'm way down here at 86 VPs, and there's already people at 345, Libya, because we just sat here and fought each other, and he thought he could take me, and then I just stacked up 2 big stacks, ran through and smashed every one of his cities. So look. Level 1, level 2, level 1, level 2, right? Kampala, nothing. And Juba. So, like, I could actually just go and take Kenya right now. I'm not. He's a newer player. So I'd love to actually get some time with this guy and help him out. He's at rank 5, right? So I'd like to really put in some time and help him develop as a player. I invited him to the server and everything. So the goal is here. You can see that I'm a little bit light on troops. And I don't want to go into all the details on it. So, but if I look, come on, can I turn it back on? Let's see. We'll do a refresh. So I got a lot of room to make up. It's like I'm starting 12 days behind now, basically. But I've got some good defenses all the way down, and I had to keep them south because I didn't want that dude to come up and try to hit me again. But now that I'm in the coalition, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these troops to help out. It looks like they're fighting over here, so I'm going to start moving my troops out to help these guys out. So just need to wait until they actually accept my application, and then we'll be good to go. Population increase. So anyway, that is my 4 games that I'm in. I hope you liked the weekend update. I hope you learned a couple of things. If you have any questions, please go friend me on Discord, the B2 hashtag 3417. I'll get you an invite to our server, and you can come in through. So anyway, this is our server. If you wanted to come in and get a, let's see, did we get this auto roll set up? We did. Fantastic. So we've got a few people on the server, we got a few rooms, but mainly if you look down here into Conflict of Nations, we got 2 chat rooms to ask for help in. You can look for some teams. We do fun screenshots of what's going on in the games. And really, like, I learned, there was a fun radar pick from this yesterday. Look at all those pings that I had to take care of eventually. So anyway, we learned a lot in here. There's also a con game alerter. You can do quizzes, all kinds of fun stuff in here. A great group of guys. And if you want, I can actually build a room for you guys. So anyway, that's the chat, people helping out. Another chat from the tier 2 people. So we try to separate into tiers 1, 2, and 3. And as you gain tiers, you gain more access. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Hit the Discord, and I'll see you soon.